Alrighty, so a couple days ago, I decided to commit to buying a pen that I've wanted for the last couple months. It cost me $24, which is a decent amount of money for me to spend on a pen. Most of my pens that I own go nowhere above $15. I've never bought a pen that cost more than $15 before, so yeah. This pen right here certainly was quite the purchase, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. And so as such, I certainly am very, very, very excited to draw with my brand new $24 pen for the first time. But what is this pen right here? Well, this is a Kaweco Frosted Sports ballpoint pen. And I first used one of these pens while I was in Japan. I visited Japan a couple months ago, had a great time, and while I was in Japan, I went to a couple stationery stores, as I like stationery a decent amount, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. In one of those stationery stores, I saw one of these pens on display that you could use. It was a brass version of this pen, and I picked it up and I was like, wow, this is really, really, really different from what I'm used to. It's very short. I'm used to a longer pen. It's very thick. I'm used to a thinner pen, and it had a really, really, really nice weight to it. Now, that's because it was the brass version of this pen. This pen is a lot lighter than the one I tried using while I was in Japan, but still, the shortness of the pen and the thickness are both still qualities that I really, really, really like about this pen. And that really sold me on this pen, I ain't gonna lie. But I looked at the price of the brass pen and I was like, whew, that's like over $100. Oh, I'm gonna skip on that. And then I just forgot about the pen after I left Japan until a couple weeks ago now. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should go ahead and see if they've got a cheaper version. And so I started looking around. I was looking specifically on Jet Pens, which is a stationery site. And I was looking at Jet Pens and I was like, oh, they've got like a $24 version. Let me just see what the reviews are like. The reviews were positive. I was like, okay, cool. Maybe I should pick it up. So I gave myself a couple days to think, and well, I decided to buy it. And so here I am today, now about to use my brand new $24 pen for the first time, which I am very, very, very excited to do. I opted for the frosted version of the Kaweco Sport ballpoint pen, just simply because it's got silver accents rather than gold. I will admit I'm not really one for gold accents. I used to be, not really anymore. I prefer silver accents. I wanted it to match my watch, you know what I'm saying? I'm not being ironic. I actually did want it to match my watch, but I am, so far at least, very happy with my purchase. This pen fits in my hand really, really, really well. It's really light, which is not really a bad thing, but it's also not a super good thing in all honesty. I would have preferred it to be a little bit heavier, that is for sure, but not too bad by any means, and I think it's going to be a good pen to draw with. Now, the only negative things that I've heard about this pen are about the insert that comes with the pen. So I did also buy myself a pilot insert, a 0.7 pilot insert that also fits in this pen, just in case I don't like the insert that is in this pen right now. But I do suppose, without further ado, I don't think I had anything else to say. So now I do suppose it's time for me to go ahead and just show you guys the pen just a little bit more in detail. And then after that, I think I'm going to go ahead and get my Soho Urban Artist Sketchbook all opened up. And I'm going to go ahead and just do some lines, just see what I think of the stock insert just real quick. And if I don't like it, I'm going to go ahead and switch to this insert right here. But actually, one thing I almost forgot to mention, there were also some goodies inside this box right here. I already opened it up before recording this video, and there were some goodies that came inside the box. There was a little Kaweco pamphlet. And this pamphlet just talks about like the history of Kaweco. Apparently, they've been around since 1883. They're a German company, I want to say, and they've been making pens for quite a long time. And then this just goes over their whole, I guess, lineup and everything like that. They're really well known for fountain pens. I'm not really a fountain pen person at the moment. At least I do kind of want to get into them in the future, but I didn't want to buy a fountain pen right now, so I didn't. But they do also make fountain pens, and those are probably their top sellers. They also have gel rollers, ball pens, which is what this pen is right here, and then they also make push pencil versions of this as well, along with there being clutch pencil versions of this as well, both of which I am considering purchasing in the future if I have a good experience with this pen, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. And then they also make what's called an Apple pen. Oh wait, grip for Apple pen. Oh, okay. This is they also make a grip for Apple pencils. Oh, I completely just thought Apple Pen was just a terminology or something like that I just didn't know what that was. But no, it's just a grip for an Apple Pencil. I didn't realize that, I will admit. And then they also make dip pens too. So basically just a fountain pen, but you dip it in the ink and everything like that kind of thing. Pretty cool little pamphlet that is for sure. Apparently I've got a warranty. I don't know what the warranty period is, I will admit. Certification saying that this is a real Kaweco pen and all that sort of stuff. And then it's just got their contact information right there. I'm going to go ahead and put that on top of my keyboard. And now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the other goodie that was in the box. They sent me a little Kaweco sticker. I think I might put this on my notebook just like right there. So let's go and see if I can get the sticker all off and go and put it on my notebook, you know what I'm saying? If I can. Wow. There we go. Got it. Let's go put that on my notebook, y'all. There we go. Is that aligned correctly? Oh, it's a little bit off. It's a little bit off. It's not quite straight up and down, but it is what it is kind of thing. Got my little Kaweco sticker on my notebook now. Certainly can't complain. That is for sure. But I do suppose, without further ado, it is now time for me to go ahead and just show you guys the pen just a little bit more in detail kind of thing. So this is the frosted version of the Kaweco Sport. They also make a classic version in solid colors as well. All of the frosted Kaweco Sports are a little bit clear. I opted for the coconut frosted Kaweco Sport because they were out of the one that I wanted. I will admit, I wanted the bright orange one. I wanted the bright orange one. Or no, wait. I wanted the bright yellow one. It was like almost high vis yellow. I wanted that one, but they were out of that one. And then my second pick was a pink one, which they were also out of. So I just opted for this one, which I am still pretty happy with. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It just says Kaweco Sport right there. We can just see the push right here. Just like that. Yeah, it's not the most satisfying push in the world, I will admit, which is a little bit disappointing. I wonder if there's any way to make it just a little bit more satisfying, but that is what it is. Got a very nice little silver, I guess, Kaweco logo kind of thing. What is this? That's the Kaweco logo, right? Certainly no complaints on my behalf, and that's a very nice metal. Can't complain about that. That is for sure, and I really like that you can see the mechanism on the inside as well. Thankfully, the tip is indeed metal, but without further ado, I do suppose I should probably now go ahead and get my Soho Urban Artist Sketchbook all opened up. And I should probably go ahead and actually test the pen for the first time. Let's see how the stock insert performs. If the stock insert doesn't perform like I like, I'm going to be switching over to this one, but let's give it a go, y'all. So let's just quickly just draw like a little eye or something like, I guess I should probably just start off by just kind of warming up the insert and everything like that kind of thing. It was not covered by a little ball or anything like that, so I figure I might be a little bit dry. Let's just go and just try it real quick. Oh, and that's blue? Oh, I don't like that very much. Not a fan. Very smooth insert right off the bat. Pretty smooth. Not a very bold color, I will admit, which is not very much to my preference. I think I might switch to the other insert, I will admit. I think I might switch to the other insert. Not really the biggest fan of this insert, I will admit. Don't really like it very much. I see what people's complaints were now, I will admit. I gotta figure out how to get this disassembled, though. I don't know how to get this disassembled. I gotta figure this out now. Do they have a little instruction manual on how to get this disassembled? There's nothing else inside the box. Does it tell you how to do that right here? Oh, let's see. It does, doesn't it? Okay, so let's see. So ball pen right here. So you just twist it off like that, and then you just take that out, and then you just insert it like that. So, there we go. That's pretty easy. I just wasn't using enough force. So let's go ahead and get that all out. Let's go and get the stock insert out, which just gets put in like that. So let's go and take that out. This is a Kaweco insert. Yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan of this. I don't like the blue. I prefer black in all honesty. Let's go ahead and get my Pilot insert all out. This is a Pilot BRFS 0.7 insert that I bought off of Jet Pens. I bought this pen and this insert off of Jet Pens. I probably should have said. Let's just go ahead and get that all opened up now. And let's go ahead and... Oh, I guess I could have opened it like that, couldn't have I? Oh, yeah, I could have. Oh, well, it is what it is. That would have been a lot easier, actually, instead of having to grab my scissors, which didn't really work in all honesty anyway. Let's go ahead and get this shoved all in here, just like that kind of thing. Let's go ahead and get the blue little nib on the tip all off, just like that. There we go, got the blue little nib off. Just put that right there. And let's go ahead and put this back in the case, just like this. And go ahead and just make sure that gets in there and just screws back in kind of thing. Just like that. Oh, this sticks out just the tiniest bit, though. I think I need to... There we go. There we go. That's much better. That's why I didn't put it in all the way. There we go. There we go. Still not a super satisfying click by any means, but let's see how this new insert does. Oh, wow, that is so much better. Wow, the lines are way more bold. This is a way better insert. Yeah, if you guys buy one of these pens, get a new insert. The stock insert is blue and it sucks. I ain't gonna lie. This is a way better insert. I am much more happy with this. Well, I do suppose without further ado, let's go ahead and flip to a new page, and let's go ahead and actually start drawing with this pen. I'm thinking this pen should be very much to my preference, I'm hoping, besides the slightly lightweight to it. But I really, so far like the ergonomics. I like the size of it kind of thing, and the weight is really not too big of a deal. I ain't gonna lie. It is, I'd have to say, slightly more heavily weighted towards the front than the back, but it's just pretty light as a whole kind of thing, and it is more evenly weighted than not, but maybe slightly more heavy towards the front than the back. I just really can't notice it just because the back really isn't so long kind of thing. I definitely do think if you wanted a weighted version of one of these, just opt for one of the metal ones, and I think you'll have a much better experience. But for the price that I paid for this pen, I really can't complain, and I'm not willing to spend over $60 on a pen I don't know whether I'm gonna like at the moment, at least. If I end up really liking this pen and I use it a ton, then I am going to probably most definitely buy the $60 version of it, because I kind of want the $60 version of it. I don't kind of want the stainless steel or the aluminum version, I will admit. But at the moment, I'm sticking to the $24 version. Without further ado, though, let's go ahead and get to drawing, and I've completely forgotten to even say what I'm going to be drawing in today's video. I'm going to be drawing a fish in today's video. Of course, it's a good standard test for every pen kind of thing, in my opinion, so I'm just going to go and draw a fish. So let's just go ahead and start off with the jaw, just like that, you know what I'm saying? And there we go, and let's go ahead and just bring that around, just like that kind of thing, and let's go ahead and just bring that up, just like that. And let's go ahead and do the tail real quick. Go and do the eye, or eyes, I do suppose, and let's go and do all the teeth now. I've never used this insert before, so I don't know if it smears. Does it smear? Not too much, that's good. Dries pretty quickly, thankfully. I would like it if this pen was usable with G2 inserts. That would be the ultimate for me, I will admit. Well, there's the base level of the fish all done. Actually, not, because I almost forgot to do fins. I probably should do fins, I ain't gonna lie. So let's go ahead, just do one right there, and do another one right there, and another one right there kind of thing. And now let's go ahead and start doing the second layer of the fish. Just basically just adding some extra lines kind of thing, just making it look a little bit more sketchy and just darkening up those lines just a decent amount kind of thing. That's pretty much what I'm doing, excuse me. That's pretty much what I'm doing right now. And now I'm going to go ahead and do the second layer on the fins now. And then after that, I'm going to do just some other little details, and then the fish will be all done. And I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know my initial impressions of the pen after doing one drawing with it. So let's just go ahead and start adding all of those other details now. Just darkening up just some little areas and everything like that kind of thing. Just a little bit. Just to add some distinction to the fish and whatnot. Going to do the same with the teeth. And then after that, I think I'm probably going to also thicken up some more lines that are just not quite thick enough. After I darken up some of the parts of the fins too. But so far, I am liking this pen a decent amount, I will admit. It's definitely a little bit different than what I'm used to. I'm used to being able to kind of just like shuffle my hand up and down the pen and whatnot, but you really do have to keep your hand in one position with this pen. But the size of the pen, the thickness of the pen, this pen is very comfy. I'm gripping it very hard, but it doesn't feel like it's going to get uncomfy. A lot of the pens I tend to use are thinner, and so like after 30 minutes or so of drawing, my hand starts to get a little bit stiff, a little bit worn out, and I'm not sure whether that would happen with this pen. I am going to have to do a drawing where I'm drawing for 30 minutes kind of thing with this pen to really determine, but so far I'm kind of thinking my hand is probably not going to get worn out while I'm drawing, I will admit. I'm just going to go ahead and just thicken up some lines, as I previously said, though. I'm kind of liking this insert. I didn't really like it at the beginning. I mean, like, it was better than the stock one, let me put it that way, but I wasn't really the biggest fan of it at the beginning kind of thing when I first started actually drawing with it. But now that I'm drawing with it for a little bit, I'm actually liking it a decent amount more. I ain't gonna lie, I am liking it a decent amount more. Just simply because, honestly, it's got kind of a sketchy, sort of, like, almost faded look to it, which I feel like gives a very, not unique, but just a very interesting look to the fish, which I like a decent amount. And it also doesn't smear. I don't think I've smeared, maybe a little bit. I've got a little bit of ink on me, I will admit, but I haven't smeared it too much by any means. So I really can't complain. Yeah, this insert's pretty good. I kind of wanted a pen. One of the reasons why I bought this pen is because I'm looking to travel a lot more in the future. As said in this video, I went to Japan. I really enjoyed my trip. And I definitely want to travel to a bunch more places in the future, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. And I kind of wanted to bring a pen with me that I really enjoy using kind of thing, because the last time I went on a trip, I brought a pen with me that I don't mind using, but I just didn't end up drawing at all kind of thing, even though I kind of wanted to. I just never bothered to pick up a notebook while I was there and draw. And I think maybe if I had a pen I really loved using, it would have been a different story. Maybe I would have just been like, you know what, I really want to draw. I got a pen I really like. Let's go ahead and just get a notebook kind of thing here. Or maybe I should have just brought a notebook with me. But maybe if I have a pen I really like, maybe I'll want to draw a little bit more while on vacation. I don't know. Alrighty though, I think that's pretty much the drawing all done, I will admit. I think that's pretty much the drawing all done. Overall, what are my initial impressions on my new pen, my Kaweco Sport frosted coconut color, I don't know, ballpoint pen? What are my overall initial impressions on it? Well, I will admit, so far, I'm pretty happy with this pen. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I think I might try some more inserts in the future with this pen. And I definitely am interested in trying some different weights of the pen. I think really my biggest complaint with the pen at this moment, at least, is probably just the lack of weight it has. I like pens that have a little bit of weight to it, kind of thing. It's one of the reasons why I like this pen. It's still a light pen, don't get me wrong, but definitely not as light as this. And it's made out of metal, kind of thing. It's really nice. Same with my... Oh, where is it? Where is it? Oh, I'm looking for it. I don't know where it went. Oh, I have it somewhere. Where is it? Damaging my pen already. Where is it? I'm looking for my Pilot Metropolitan. I have it somewhere. I don't know where it is. Like, I like this because it has some weight to it, kind of thing. I'm like, even though it is mostly plastic, it does have some weight to it. Where is my Pilot? Where did I put my Pilot Metropolitan? I wanted it. Oh, there it is. There's my Pilot Metropolitan. One of the reasons my Pilot Metropolitan at the moment is one of my favorite pens to use because, and it's a very comfortable pen for me as well, because I've been using it for so long, but it also has a really nice weight to it. It's not super heavy by any means, but it does have a really nice weight to it. And I think that's really my biggest complaint with this pen right here at the moment, is that there's just really not a lot of weight to it. I think if there was a little bit more weight, I'd like it a little bit more, but it's a plastic pen. Cost me $24 kind of thing, and they have higher end versions that are more weighty. So maybe if I end up really liking using this pen, just in general, besides the weight, maybe I'll have to commit to buying one of the nicer versions that are made out of metal in the future. But so far, I really, really, really like the ergonomics kind of thing. It's definitely going to take some getting used to, just simply because it's so short. I'm used to using a longer pen. I'm like, look at this compared to the Pilot Metropolitan kind of thing. And for a better metric, let's go and grab my Pilot G2 that I have right here and just take a look. I mean, like, that's the Pilot G2 is like a solid inch and a half longer kind of thing. It is really a very, very, very short pen, that is for sure. And so it's definitely going to take some getting used to, but I really, really, really like the thickness of this pen. I definitely am a big fan of that, that is for sure. I like the size of the pen as well, kind of thing. Although, as I said, it's going to take some getting used to, and I really do think my main complaint with the pen so far is just the weight of it. The stock insert, if you're going to get this pen, just chuck this stock insert, unless you really like blue and you don't actually mind the stock insert. I don't like the stock insert, though. Literally, I'm going to be chucking this after the video. I don't like it. I'm glad I opted for the Pilot insert instead. It's a much better insert, that is for sure. But, you know, overall, this pen, my brand new $24 Kaweco Sport, it's great. I really like it. And I'm looking forward to using it a lot more in the future, and letting you guys know what my opinion is of it after I get a couple weeks, a couple months of use under my belt with this pen. But my initial impressions are definitely a lot more positive than not. Do I feel like I wasted $24 on this pen? No. No, I feel like I made a pretty good purchase. I'm pretty happy with this pen. I've been looking to start using some nicer pens kind of thing and everything like that kind of thing. I like my stationery, and I like my cheap pens, that is for sure, but I also like my more expensive pens, and I'm a little bit of a cheap ass to usually want to buy one, but I like this pen. I do like this pen, and I'm very glad I don't feel like I wasted my money, that is for sure. Was there anything else I wanted to say? I don't think there was anything else I wanted to say. I bought this pen off of Jet Pens. Maybe I should have mentioned that. I don't know if I did. Maybe I did. I can't remember. But yeah, no. Did a pretty good job. The Pilot BRFS insert, whatever, did a pretty good job. Definitely, I like the insert. I like how the pen feels in general, kind of thing. And overall, as I'm sure you guys can tell, my initial impressions of my Kaweco Sport are a lot more positive than not. My initial impressions certainly are a lot more positive than not. I don't think I have anything else to say, though, so I think I'm going to end the video right here, I do suppose. Let me know in the comments down below whether you guys have ever used this pen before. If you guys have ever used this pen before, let me know what you guys think of the Kaweco. I'm trying to get my camera to focus on it. Let me know what you... My camera really does not want to focus on this pen due to the color, I think. Let me know what you guys think of the Kaweco Sport. Doesn't matter if you guys use the Frost. It doesn't matter if you guys use the Classic or the Metal. Just let me know what you guys think of the ergonomics of it and everything like that kind of thing. Just let me know what you guys think. Thank think of this pen as a whole. I'm curious to find out what y'all's general opinion on it is. But yeah, overall, as I said, my initial impressions on this pen are a lot more positive than not, and I certainly have enjoyed using it for the first time in today's video. As said, just let me know what you guys' thoughts on this pen are. If you guys have ever used it in the comments down below, and if you guys have never used this pen, what are y'all's initial impressions on it based off of this video? Thank you very much for watching this video, though, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. If you guys have enjoyed watching this video, of course, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. Box, and my main channel all in the description down below. Go check it all out. Bienna, thank you so much for watching my video where I drew with my brand new $24 pen for the first time. Until the next one, stay safe and peace. Have a great one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying?